Welcome to the 2017 Performance Appraisal Update. I'd like to start off by telling you I think we all make a great team. You plus me equals we. When we work together, we can accomplish so much more than we can alone. Consider this equation. 5 hospitals plus 70 clinics plus 7,500 employees equals one phenomenal Brookwood Baptist Health. Wherever you find yourself in this equation, be proud knowing that you are part of Brookwood Baptist Health. You can be proud of our brand because we place the patient at the center of our care. Everything you achieve in the coming year is a reflection of your contribution at BBH. Whether you work in direct patient care, indirect patient care, or support services, you make a difference every single day, and we thank you. Now imagine we're all in a rowboat. What happens if only some of us are rowing? We move pretty slowly. Now, what if we row in opposite directions? We stand still, of course. But what happens if we are all rowing in the same direction? We move quickly to the desired destination. Our desired destination is success. We hope you will come aboard and help us row to success in 2017 using your performance appraisal as your compass. I'd like you to meet one of my teammates, Katara. She mentioned she had some questions about the 2017 appraisal, and I'd like you all to hear because I have a feeling you all might be wondering some of the same things.
Hi, everyone. Yes, Kathy, I do have some questions about the 2017 appraisal. You mentioned the upcoming changes in our staff meeting, but I'm not sure I fully understand. Can you tell me more?
Of course, at the end of a year, each person in our organization receives a performance appraisal, also known as a performance evaluation. A performance appraisal is the tool that we use to measure the achievement of individual goals and contributions to the organization.
I had a performance appraisal last year. Is it the same appraisal, or are there some changes?
There will be some really good changes to the performance appraisal process.
Really? Like what?
First, the entire BBH market, which includes all 5 hospitals, the primary care specialty network, and the market office, will be evaluated through a tool called Performance Manager. Prior to this year, we were using 2 different systems to evaluate employee performance. Having all employees be evaluated through Performance Manager is another step to create unity and oneness within the BBH market.
That's great. The more differences we can eliminate, the stronger we are as a market. That sounds like a row in the right direction. What else can you share?
Well, another enhancement is to the rating scale. We will have a 5-level rating scale on the performance appraisals. The levels will be exceptional, exceed standards, meet standards, approaching standards, and unsatisfactory. And finally, the overall rating on your appraisal will be automatically calculated.
I'm a visual learner. Can you show me what the new appraisal looks like?
Sure. The sections in the appraisal are BBH values, core competencies, goals, organizational career development interest, and overall rating. Let's first start by talking about the BBH values section. Our values are integrity, service, quality, transparency, and innovation. Our values focus on how our work gets done. The 5-level rating scale I mentioned earlier of unsatisfactory, approaching standards, meet standards, exceed standards, and exceptional will be used to rate the values.
So we're moving to a 5-level rating scale, and the terms are unsatisfactory, approaching standards, meets standards, exceed standards, and exceptional. What defines those levels of achievement for BBH values?
Here, let me show you. Notice the red, bold, and underlined text in each rating level. These words or phrases stand out so you can easily see what distinguishes each rating level from the next.
Oh, I see. Each value has a definition for each rating. I can see how you will be able to easily and consistently rate me and my coworkers.
Exactly. Now let's look at the next section of the appraisal. The next section is the core competency section. The core competency section will consist of your job responsibilities, your skills, the standard of conduct, the compliance to the policies and regulations as listed in your job description. In 2017, your core competencies will also include language that supports just culture. The ratings for your core competencies are unsatisfactory, approaching standards, meets standards, exceeds standards, and exceptional.
That's the same rating scale as the values. So, can I see the definitions for the competency ratings?
Absolutely. Take a look and notice the rating scale and definitions of the core competency section. You'll see the just culture language has been added to reflect our support for the just culture philosophy.
Oh, I see. This is really starting to make sense. So, what's the next section?
The next section of the appraisal is the goals and objectives section. For 2017, you will also be assigned some push-down goals.
Stop. You lost me. What is a push-down goal?
Okay, a push-down goal is a goal that everyone across the organization will share. These are goals that leadership believes we each can play a vital role in achieving the desired results. These goals are also a part of your overall score of the performance appraisal. They are automatically populated into your performance appraisal, and your scores are automatically generated. In 2017, every employee will have patient satisfaction as a push-down goal. Patient experience is something we all contribute towards, whether we are a nurse at the bedside or someone in IT who ensures epic excellence, or someone who works in the market office ensuring that our staff is serviced with excellence through payroll or the HR service center.
Okay, so you said I will be evaluated on push-down goals that you and I will write collaboratively. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Now notice that the rating scale for the goals and objectives section is slightly different from the values and the core competencies. The rating scale for goals and objectives will be did not meet, met threshold, met target, and exceeded. Take a look at the definitions of those ratings. Notice again the red, bold, and underlined text differentiating each level of achievement. Now, the next section of the appraisal is the organizational career development interest section. This section of your appraisal is a tool for managers to give their employees feedback and make suggestions about how they can reach their desired career goals.
That sounds great. How will you know what my career goals are? How should I communicate them to you before it's time for my appraisal?
Well, you will have an opportunity during your self appraisal to enter in your career goals and interests.
What is a self appraisal?
That's a good question. You will have the opportunity to complete an appraisal on yourself and rate your performance. Then I, as your manager, will use that self appraisal to help me complete your final performance appraisal. It gives you a chance to brag on yourself and to share some things that you have achieved over the year that I might not even know.
Wow, that's good to know.
Let me share with you the final section of the appraisal, which is the overall rating section. The overall rating section is calculated automatically based on the selections made throughout the appraisal.
Is each section worth the same amount?
That's a great question, Katara. They are not worth the same amount. Each section contributes a specific percentage to the overall rating score. Let me show you the percentages. The value section is worth 40%. The core competencies are worth 40%. And the goals and objectives section is worth 20%.
Kathy, this has been really informative. But what if I have questions later?
If you do have questions, you know you can always come to me. Or you can also contact the Human Resource Service Center at 205 715 5300.
Thank you, Kathy.
Katara, thank you for coming to me and asking about the new process. Understanding the expectations is one of the first steps to success.